the interstate at a standstill in the northbound direction. We see a fire truck up at the front of it, and there is apparently knee-deep water down below. I can base that upon seeing a Dallas Fire Rescue firefighter standing in it before. We hear a lot of sirens trying to get their way through this area. They are desperately trying to get this water out of here, however they can, to try to get the highway moving. It is just after midnight as I'm talking to you now, and this situation is not getting any better any sooner as the rain continues to fall here. But looking at standstill traffic on 35E at Illinois Avenue, you can tell there are a lot of people who wish they were somewhere else right now. In Dallas, Ben Russell, NBC5.
No doubt about that. 35E at Illinois, what a scene.
Avoid at all costs. Let's go back to the Weather Center and Rick Mitchell. Rick?
Well, we still have a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Anderson and Navarre County. That goes until 1 o'clock in the morning. Really, that's the only one left in the viewing area. Still the capability of or the possibility of some winds up around 60 miles per hour with this thunderstorm. About ready to move into Cedar Creek Lake. It's already got some heavy rain, but the bulk of it is just to the west of there. Moving through Kearns right now. Corsicana, you're getting a heavy downpour down through Hubbard. And again, the winds outside of the warned thunderstorms, the severe thunderstorm warnings, the winds outside of those are much, much lighter. The line extends farther to the south and southwest, all the way down to east of Waco. The worst of it has pushed through Waco. This is going to continue moving off to the east. What we're seeing north and northeast is all pretty much rain. Yeah, a little bit of lightning and thunder, but there is nothing severe moving into Paris or Sulphur Springs. Just some nice soaking rains. There could be a few wind gusts up around 45 miles per hour. But really, as this pulls on out of here, it's continuing to diminish. Even our Red River counties, we've had thunderstorms that still are developing in southern Oklahoma, but they're not necessarily severe, and they're not going to be causing any problems. Still raining in Denison, Lake Texoma area, Henrietta, Gordonville. But Gainesville, you're dry right now, and farther to the west, Wichita Falls, a stray shower near Archer City. That's not going to amount to anything. The main threat with these thunderstorms outside of the wind will be just the very heavy rain, perhaps some flash flooding that will be taking place in areas of poor drainage. So you see Mahia there. That line of thunderstorms will affect those folks as it continues to push off to the east and southeast. Athens, Palestine, your time is coming to get this line of thunderstorms into your area. The tornado watch that you see in this red color, this is a tornado watch. That expires at 1 a.m. That will not be renewed. All right. By that time, the thunderstorms will be in this severe thunderstorm watch area, and we will be cleared of any severe weather threat across a large portion of North Texas. So right now, just dealing with a little rain, a little wind, and a whole lot of lightning. There have been some areas of the Metroplex that have picked up over 2 inches of rain in a short period of time, and that's beneficial for the drought, but you get it falling in an hour's time, and it tends to lead to problems. So that's what we're looking at. Again, the trend is for the storms to decrease in intensity as they move away from the Metroplex. We do have this one severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect until 1 a.m. just to the northeast of Corsicana, moving into Cedar Creek Lake. Could still see some winds in excess of 60 miles per hour within that band of thunderstorms, that narrow band right there. So, guys, we're still watching it, but if you live in the Metroplex and you're getting sleepy, that's all right. Go to sleep. We're not going to have any more problems. Not going to be surprised by anything the rest of the night.
And you can sleep tight. All right. Thank you, Rick. You know, we've been asking viewers all night to send us your pictures, send us your videos, and you have really come through for us. Look at this. This is a new one. Brand new picture from Jesse Fallon. This is the tornado in Hood County, in Granbury, that has done so much damage tonight.
This is obviously before nightfall, and as we move into the morning hours, we're learning more about the death toll in Granbury. 6 people are dead, 14 people are missing, 100 people at least are injured, and the subdivision there, Rancho Brazos, is completely devastated. 110 homes in that subdivision, a lot of them fairly new, and a lot of them, interestingly enough, built by Habitat for Humanity. A lot of young families devastated there.
And look at this picture. This is a live TxDOT camera from I-35E and Sainer in Dallas. This is where the highway is closed because of high water. You saw that report from NBC5's Ben Russell. There was so much rain in the southern areas of Dallas that the highway is closed. And this is the scene it's caused. Just absolute gridlock there on I-35E at St.
A lot of the emergency personnel just not wanting these cars to go through it. Rick Mitchell has said it throughout the night. You know, the standing water, the high water, you have no idea when you go into these underpasses how high that water is. And they talk about turnaround, don't drown. It is the #1 cause of death that we see during severe weather season. People trying to drive through standing water, not knowing how high it is. And here we have a situation, I-35E, Illinois. This is the Sainer TxDOT camera here. At least 200 cars piled up, and certainly as we move throughout the morning, that's only going to increase.
These are the northbound lanes, by the way. You're looking at all the taillights there backed up in the northbound lanes of I-35E. NBC5's Omar Villafranca has been following this story for us tonight in Cleburne, where they have also had an awful lot of high water. Omar, what do you have for us?
Well, Brian, we have moved closer to Girard Elementary School here in Cleburne, and that's what we understand. Well, that's actually where there's some of the most significant damage that we have seen tonight. Some of the video you're seeing was taken by one of our photojournalists, Mike Heimbuck, and that's where some of the when you're seeing, you know, serious structural damage. We're not talking just trees and maybe things in the backyard, but we're also starting to see pieces of homes that were blown off and thrown across the road. The Department of Public Safety troopers are out here. They have blocked certain areas off, and the tape is up around Girard Elementary School. It is still very dark out here. One of the troopers told me that they're going to start moving some of these gawkers that are out here who are just driving by to see the elementary school. They're going to start shooing these people away and sending them home and telling them to get out of here. We're trying to find out exactly how bad the school is damaged. And, of course, the big question is are there going to be classes at all? That's something that we still do not know at this point. But at this area here by Girard, it seems to be the hardest hit area here in Cleburne.
We're just amazed to see so many people out and about with the darkness and assessing the damage, Omar. We talked to the assistant store manager of the Home Depot in Cleburne, there, Keaton Taylor. He was telling us they're staying open 24 hours tonight. They expect people to come in looking for supplies, you know, first thing in the morning as soon as daybreak, and also using that Home Depot as a shelter.
And that's something to believe, because it's some folks who don't have power, and it's some of the older folks, if they need, you know, medical equipment, they can take it over to a place where they possibly might have power. But also some people who have roof leaks. Some of the damage here, if a tree hit the top of their home, or if you know, part of their shingles were blown off, of course they're not going to want to stay at the home. There are some people that are still that are out here right now, even though it's well past midnight. They are trying to fix their house so they can go inside and sleep in it. But like I said, there's not a lot of electricity at all. Basically, all you're seeing is flashlights and car headlights. And there's some people who have lamps that are walking around, in spotlights. They would maybe